Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with a simple but powerful message. A message that can change the course of your life if you are willing to listen with an open heart and an eager mind. I want to talk to you about something that all of us experience at some point in our lives. Something that can either hinder us or elevate us to greater heights. That something is negative thinking. It is a force that resides within us, often without us even realizing it. But here's the truth. Negative thinking left unchecked has the power to destroy your dreams, steal your joy, and prevent you from becoming the person you were created to be. We are all born with potential, and deep inside we have been given a purpose. Every single one of us has the capacity to achieve greatness, to make an impact, and to live a life that is meaningful and full of joy. But what often stands between us and the life we desire is not the lack of opportunities, not the absence of resources, and not even external circumstances. What stands between you and your dreams is your mind, your thoughts. And if those thoughts are dominated by negativity, self-doubt, and fear, then your potential remains dormant, and the life you long for will always be just out of reach. Negative thinking is like a chain that binds you. It restricts your movement, limits your vision, and keeps you confined in a prison of your own making. It's a silent killer, often sneaking into your life when you're not paying attention. It starts small, perhaps as a whisper of self-criticism or a moment of doubt. But before you know it, those small thoughts build upon each other, and suddenly you find yourself trapped in a cycle of negativity that clouds your every decision, your every action, and your every relationship. But let me tell you something very important. Your thoughts are not you. You are not defined by the thoughts that come into your mind. You are not bound by the negativity that sometimes invades your consciousness. You have the power to change your thoughts, to control your mind, and to shift the trajectory of your life. The moment you realize that your thoughts do not control you, but that you control your thoughts, you begin to tap into a power greater than any circumstance or challenge that may come your way. In order to begin the process of breaking free from negative thinking, you must first understand that it is a choice. Negative thinking doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you allow it to take root in your mind. The key here is to recognize that you are the gatekeeper of your mind. What you allow in determines what grows. Just like a garden, your mind is a fertile ground, and every thought you entertain is a seed. The question is, what seeds are you planting? Are you planting seeds of hope, faith, and positivity? Or are you planting seeds of fear, doubt, and limitation? You must be intentional about the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. If you want to see change in your life, you must begin with changing your thinking. And changing your thinking begins with recognizing that your thoughts are not facts. Too often we take our thoughts as truths. We believe every negative thought that comes into our mind, thinking that it reflects reality. But the truth is, just because you think something doesn't make it true. Your thoughts are often influenced by emotions, past experiences, and external circumstances, but they are not always aligned with the truth of who you are and what you are capable of. Let me say this clearly. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your circumstances. You are not the things that have happened to you. You are a person of incredible potential, and your future is not determined by your past, but by the choices you make today. The power to create the life you want is in your hands, and it starts with changing your thoughts. Now, I want to address something very important. When it comes to killing negative thinking, it's not about simply trying to avoid negative thoughts. No, it's about replacing them with something better. You see, your mind cannot remain empty. It's like a house. You can't simply board up the windows and leave the doors wide open. If you do that, the house will be overtaken by weeds, dirt, and decay. You must fill your mind with positive thoughts. with thoughts of possibility, hope, and greatness. You must replace the lies of negativity with the truth of your potential. One of the most powerful ways to do this is through affirmations. Speak life over yourself. Speak truth over yourself. Don't wait for someone else to tell you how great you are. Tell yourself. Every day, speak words of encouragement, strength, and power over your life. When the negative thoughts begin to rise, counter them with the truth of who you are and what you can do. Declare that you are capable. Declare that you are strong. Declare that you are worthy of success, and do it every day. Consistency is key. Another powerful tool in killing negative thinking is gratitude. It's easy to focus on what you don't have, on what's wrong, on what's not working. But when you shift your focus to gratitude, you begin to see everything you do have, everything that is going right, and everything that you've already achieved. Gratitude changes your perspective. It opens your eyes to the blessings that surround you and reminds you of the abundance that exists in your life. Remember, negativity cannot thrive where gratitude is present. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, you literally disarm negative thinking. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to see solutions where others see problems. And you begin to live with a sense of peace, joy, and confidence that is unshakable. Finally, you must surround yourself with people who lift you up. Negative thinking thrives in isolation. When you are surrounded by negativity, whether it's from people, situations, or even your own internal dialogue, it becomes difficult to escape. But when you align yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, and who push you toward your greatness, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You begin to realize that you are not alone, that you have a support system, and that together you can accomplish more than you ever thought possible. So my friends, today is the day. It's time to kill your negative thinking. It's time to break free from the chains that have held you back. It's time to take control of your mind and create the life you were destined to live. The power is within you, and it all begins with a single thought. Choose to think differently. Choose to believe differently, and choose to live differently. The world is waiting for the unique gifts that only you can offer. And the time for you to step into your greatness is now. Thank you. Negative thinking is not something that happens by accident. It is a choice. Every day we are presented with a series of thoughts, some uplifting, some neutral, and others that are negative. The critical point to understand here is that while we cannot always control the thoughts that enter our minds, we absolutely have control over whether we choose to entertain them or not. It is in this very moment of choice that the power lies. You are not a victim of your thoughts, you are the gatekeeper of them. Often we allow negative thoughts to dominate our minds because we become passive observers of them. We accept them as truths and allow them to shape how we view ourselves, our future, and our potential. This acceptance of negativity is not inevitable. It is the result of an unconscious habit. If we consciously choose to reject negative thinking, we begin to take control over our minds. The moment we recognize that negative thinking is not inherent to who we are, we free ourselves from its grip. A key element of this process is awareness. In order to change your thinking, you must first be aware of the negative thoughts that arise. Too often, we let these thoughts run unchecked, affecting our behavior, emotions, and decision-making without even realizing it. Negative thoughts may come in many forms. Self-doubt, fear of failure, worry about the future, or feelings of inadequacy. However, when you recognize them as they arise, you can challenge them. You can ask yourself if these thoughts are based on fact or if they are simply distorted perceptions rooted in fear or past experiences. By acknowledging their presence and consciously deciding not to give them power, you begin to regain control over your mental landscape. This conscious decision to reject negativity is a practice, not a one-time action. It requires consistency, mindfulness, and discipline. But as you train your mind to reject negative thoughts, it becomes easier. Over time, you begin to notice that you can redirect your thinking towards more constructive, empowering, and positive patterns. This is the essence of mental discipline, recognizing that you have the power to choose what occupies your mind and ultimately what shapes your life. The more you make this choice, the more it becomes your default way of thinking, and the less negative thinking will have the ability to disrupt your life. Too often we assume that just because we think something, it must be true. Our minds are constantly processing information, interpreting the world around us, and drawing conclusions based on our experiences, emotions, and external influences. However, this mental activity does not equate to objective truth. Just because a thought comes to mind doesn't mean it accurately reflects reality. Thoughts are often colored by our past experiences, our fears, and our assumptions, and can lead us down a path of distortion. For instance, if you experience a failure or setback, your mind might instantly generate thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or I'll never succeed. These thoughts, though seemingly real and persuasive in the moment, are not necessarily facts. They are emotional reactions to temporary circumstances. Just because you think you're incapable does not make it a truth. It's a narrative your mind is telling you, one that can be challenged and rewritten. In the same way, negative thoughts about others or the world around you can distort your perception of reality. When you think people never have good intentions or the world is against me, you're not observing an indisputable truth. These are lenses through which you're viewing the world, often shaped by personal experiences or past hurts. While these thoughts may feel true at the time, they are not grounded in objective reality. The key is recognizing that they are simply thoughts, not truths. To break free from this cycle of mistaken beliefs, you must first acknowledge that your thoughts don't define you. Just because a thought crosses your mind doesn't mean it's an accurate reflection of who you are or what is possible for your future. It's essential to distinguish between your thoughts and the deeper truth of your identity and purpose. Negative thoughts are often rooted in fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs that have no bearing on your actual potential. This understanding empowers you to challenge these thoughts, to question their validity, and to choose a different perspective. The ability to separate your thoughts from the truth allows you to disempower negative thinking and reclaim your power. You can begin to replace these distorted thoughts with ones that align with your potential, your worth, and your purpose. When you stop treating every thought as an undeniable truth, you free yourself to live with greater clarity, peace, and confidence. Replacing negative thoughts with positive ones is not a mere suggestion. It is a necessity if you want to change your life. Negative thoughts can be like weeds in a garden. They take root quickly, spread fast, and over time, choke out the good. Just as weeds need to be removed for a garden to thrive, negative thinking needs to be replaced with positive, constructive thoughts for your life to flourish. This replacement process, however, is not always easy because negative thinking has a way of becoming habitual. It feels familiar, even comfortable, but the truth is that it limits you in profound ways. The first step in replacing negativity with positivity is to be intentional. It's not enough to simply hope for positive thinking to emerge on its own. You must actively choose to focus on what is good, what is possible, and what you are capable of. When a negative thought comes, instead of letting it settle and consume you, replace it with a positive affirmation or a statement that reflects the truth of your potential. If the thought is, I'm not good enough, replace it with, I am capable and worthy of success. If you think this is too difficult, replace it with, I have the strength to overcome this challenge. The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to redirect your thoughts. Positive thinking is not about pretending that challenges don't exist or ignoring reality. It's about choosing to see the possibility in every situation. It's about recognizing that even in difficult circumstances, you have the power to decide how you respond. Positive thinking doesn't deny obstacles. It looks for solutions. It acknowledges struggles, but doesn't let them define who you are or limit what you can achieve. When you begin to consciously replace negative thoughts with empowering ones, you start to reshape your mindset. Instead of being overwhelmed by doubt and fear, you become energized by hope and determination. Affirmations are one of the most powerful tools you can use in this process. When you affirm positive truths about yourself, you shift your focus from what's wrong to what's right. These affirmations are not just empty words. They are declarations of your power, your value, and your purpose. They align your thoughts with the vision you have for your life, and they serve as reminders of your ability to create the reality you desire. Repeating these affirmations daily plants the seeds of positive thought. And over time, these seeds begin to grow into a more empowered and confident version of yourself. Gratitude is one of the most powerful antidotes to negative thinking. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, it shifts your entire perspective. Gratitude is not just an emotional response. It is a conscious decision to appreciate the good that exists in your life, regardless of external circumstances. This shift in focus doesn't deny the difficulties you may face, but it forces your mind to concentrate on the positive, enabling you to see things from a different angle. When you practice gratitude, you become aware of the abundance around you, which helps to disarm the negativity that often clouds your judgment. The key to cultivating gratitude is consistency. It's not enough to only be grateful when things are going well. Gratitude must be practiced every day, even in the midst of challenges. By making gratitude a habit, you begin to rewire your brain. It's easy to get caught up in complaints, frustrations, or the desire for more, but gratitude grounds you in the present moment and reminds you of the blessings you already have. Each day find something to be thankful for, no matter how small it may seem. This practice creates a shift from focusing on lack to focusing on abundance, and it changes the energy you bring into each situation. When you choose gratitude, it's like turning on a light in a dark room. No matter how small the light is, it makes a difference. The more you practice it, the brighter the light becomes, and the more it illuminates your entire life. Gratitude works in much the same way. The more you express it, the more you realize how much there is to be thankful for. You start to see the good in people, in opportunities, and in the lessons that life teaches you. Gratitude does not just change your mood, it changes your entire outlook on life. It allows you to see possibilities instead of limitations, opportunities instead of obstacles, and solutions instead of problems. Gratitude also has a profound effect on how you relate to others. When you are grateful, it becomes easier to recognize the good in others and to express appreciation for them. It fosters stronger relationships because gratitude shifts your focus from what others may be doing wrong to what they are doing right. This in turn deepens your connections and creates a more positive environment around you. Gratitude not only transforms your own mind, but can also influence the world around you, creating a ripple effect of positivity. Surrounding yourself with positive influences is crucial to overcoming negative thinking. The people you spend time with, the environments you immerse yourself in, and the content you consume all play a significant role in shaping your mindset. Negative thinking thrives in isolation and stagnation, but when you align yourself with people who encourage, challenge, and inspire you, you create an atmosphere in which positivity can thrive. The company you keep will either elevate you or bring you down. If you surround yourself with negativity, it becomes much harder to escape the cycle of doubt, fear, and pessimism. The power of the right relationships cannot be overstated. Positive, like-minded individuals can serve as mirrors, reflecting the best version of yourself. They encourage you to aim higher, to stretch beyond your limits, and to believe in your potential, even when you don't believe it yourself. These people don't just support you, they challenge you, push you out of your comfort zone, and hold you accountable. They see the greatness within you even when you can't see it, and they help you stay on track when your own thoughts try to derail you. When you surround yourself with people who lift you up, their energy, optimism, and belief in you become contagious. In this environment, negative thoughts have a harder time taking root. However, it's not just about avoiding negative people. It's about actively seeking out relationships that inspire growth. You have to choose to place yourself in spaces that foster positivity and personal development. This could mean connecting with mentors, joining communities of like-minded individuals, or simply seeking out friendships that encourage mutual respect and growth. The more you intentionally surround yourself with people who share your values, your goals, and your vision for the future, the more you will be motivated to push forward in the face of adversity. The environment you create around yourself also plays a pivotal role in shaping your thoughts. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, whether in your workplace, at home, or in your social circles, it becomes difficult to escape the pull of that energy. On the other hand, when you place yourself in environments where positivity, creativity, and productivity are valued, your own mindset shifts accordingly. Choose your surroundings wisely and make sure they align with the mindset you want to cultivate. In conclusion, the battle against negative thinking is one of the most crucial battles we will ever face. It is not a fight that happens overnight, but rather a consistent, deliberate effort to reshape how we view ourselves, others, and the world around us. The thoughts we entertain shape the reality we live in, and if we allow negative thinking to dominate our minds, it will ultimately dictate the course of our lives. However, the great news is that we have the power to change this narrative. By recognizing that negative thinking is a choice, and that our thoughts are not always an accurate reflection of reality, we begin the process of breaking free from its grip. Replacing negative thoughts with positive, empowering beliefs is essential for transforming our mindset. Affirmations, intentional thinking, and cultivating an optimistic perspective allow us to reframe the challenges we face as opportunities for growth. We begin to understand that our thoughts are not our limitations, but rather the stepping stones to our potential. With each positive thought, we break down the barriers that negative thinking has built, and we start to build a life based on the truth of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. Gratitude is another powerful weapon in this transformation. By focusing on what we have instead of what we lack, we shift our energy from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude forces our minds to acknowledge the blessings around us, creating a mindset that attracts more positivity and opportunity. When we begin to express thankfulness for even the smallest things, we start to see the world differently. Challenges no longer seem as insurmountable. Instead, they become part of our journey, helping us grow stronger and more resilient. Equally important is the company we keep. Our environment, the people around us, and the energy we expose ourselves to profoundly impact how we think. Surrounding ourselves with individuals who uplift, encourage, and challenge us fosters an atmosphere where positive thinking can thrive. These relationships serve as mirrors, reflecting our best qualities and encouraging us to rise above the limitations that negative thinking often imposes. When we align ourselves with those who believe in us, we are more likely to believe in ourselves. The process of overcoming negative thinking is ongoing and requires constant effort and intention. There will always be moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but it is in those moments that we must choose to rise above. We must remember that we have the power to choose our thoughts, to replace negativity with positivity, to embrace gratitude, and to surround ourselves with influences that inspire growth. When we make these choices, we not only change our thoughts, but ultimately change our lives. The journey may not always be easy, but the reward is a life lived with purpose, fulfillment, and limitless potential. The power is within you. Choose to use it